Good afternoon, this is meteorologist Drew Montrell with a 1 p.m. update on the flooding situation. We have flash flood warnings until 4 p.m. across the entire area. We've had some very heavy rain this morning. That's causing some widespread flooding problems, especially to the south of our area. The heavy rain is moving out of our area, which should help alleviate some of those flash flooding problems, but the river flooding is still yet to come. We'll start things off looking at the watches, warnings, and advisories issued by the National Weather Service. Obviously they can only put one color on the map at a time, so they've tried to put the most urgent warning that's issued up, and that's why you see a large area of red depicting the flash flood warnings. Underneath that red color there's other flood watches and warnings in effect. For example, Cortland County continues to be under a flood warning. A couple other interesting things: if you look at the menu on the right hand side of the image, you'll notice that there's a civil emergency message. That's for Wyoming County in Pennsylvania, which is just to the west of Scranton, where there's major flooding and possible evacuations going on. You'll also notice there's a lake effect snow watch. That's for up in Oswego, Jefferson, and Lewis County. And I point that out just to indicate the type of pattern change we're going into as we return to more wintry weather. What you're looking at now is a radar estimate of how much rain has fallen. This isn't the best tool to use to see exactly how much rain you might have gotten at your house, but it's a pretty good tool to see generally how much rain has fallen across the region. You will notice across the Grotonweather area that generally between 0.8 and 1 inches of rain has fallen since 5:30 this morning, which puts it pretty much what we were expecting if you watched my video yesterday. If we switch over now to the normal radar, you can see that most of the rain has now moved off to the east. There's still some rain around Cortland County, but right now in Cayuga and Tompkins County it looks dry. Back to the west you see more showers, but you can tell by the absence of yellows and oranges that it's not nearly as heavy. Zooming out, looking at the regional radar, you can see that most of the heavy rain is now off to the east, and back to the west now just a couple scattered showers. That should help curb the flash flooding problems that are going on. I haven't read any reports from flash flooding problems in Tompkins, Cortland, or Cayuga counties yet, but that doesn't mean that they haven't happened. I have read reports from down around Binghamton of rock slides, and also in Shenango and Steuben County of road closures. So there's definitely a possibility that there could be problems out there, they just haven't been reported to the National Weather Service yet. If you do come across something like a flooded roadway, don't try to drive through it. Turn around, find an alternate route. If the authorities aren't there already, it might be a good idea to contact them as well. This next image is a combination of observed data and forecast data for the Tiofnioga River at Cortland. The blue line you see is the observed data based on how high the river is, while the green line, which also has the green squares, is the forecasted level of the river. At noon, the river was at 6.66 feet, which is actually above the forecast. Now this is concerning because the forecast has the river height going all the way up to 9.2 feet, which is above flood stage. Assuming the general trend of the forecast is accurate, we can probably expect the river to get up around 10 feet, which would be at moderate flood stage. When the river reaches just 8 feet, minor flooding of Kellogg Road south of Cortland occurs, so if the river gets up to 10 feet, you can imagine that there could be some moderate to major problems right along the riverside. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for this afternoon. Stay tuned to Groton Weather through the evening and into tomorrow for the latest on this flooding situation, and remember to stay safe. Thank you as always for checking GrotonWeather.com and for watching my video. I very much appreciate your patronage.